Welcome back to Golden Rule Wisdom, where we uncover the timeless secrets of wealth building and the mindset of true success. Once upon a time, there lived a young man who spent his days dreaming under the shade of a great tree. He spoke constantly of grand plans and future riches, yet his hands remained clean and his pockets were always completely empty. However, reality soon struck him hard as he learned the painful lesson that beautiful dreams can never fill a hungry stomach. The roof above his head leaked water and the cold wind blew through the cracks, reminding him of his inaction. He finally realized that sitting still and hoping for a miracle was a trap that would only lead to slow starvation. Time was running out, and he understood that action is the absolute prerequisite for any meaningful change in his difficult life. Driven by extreme poverty and hunger, he finally decided to leave his comfort zone and seek work in the village fields. He began to work with his hands, engaging in grueling manual labor under the scorching sun to earn his daily bread. This stage was crucial for building discipline, as he reclaimed his self-respect through the honest sweat of his own brow. However, he soon faced a painful reality. Hard work alone is insufficient if the money is earned only to be spent. Every evening his pockets were empty again because he consumed everything he earned, leaving him trapped in a cycle of survival. He was running on a treadmill of existence, where the roof still leaked and hunger stayed just one day away from him. He knew he had to do something different, so he decided to shift his mindset from spending to saving his earnings. He found an old glass jar and made a vow to fill it with coins, hoping this hoarding would bring safety. He began to sacrifice his daily comforts, eating less and working more, just to hear the clink of coins in the jar. Day by day, the level of coins rose, and he felt a false sense of security growing with every saved copper. He denied himself new clothes and better food, believing that this sacrifice was the only path to a better future life. But as time passed, the prices in the market began to rise, and the value of his saved coins silently diminished. He discovered a harsh economic truth: money that sits still loses its power because inflation erodes wealth faster than he could save. The jar felt heavy in his hands, but the actual value inside was small, teaching him the failure of passive hoarding. He realized that stagnant money is dead money, and simply hiding it away would never lead him to true financial freedom. He decided to break the cycle of fear and use his savings to acquire something that could grow on its own. With trembling hands, he took all his savings, risking everything he had worked for, on a new and bold idea. The ultimate turning point occurred when he invested his last savings into buying a single, healthy chicken from the local farmer. The chicken was not food for tonight's dinner. It was a cash flow generating asset that he intended to nurture and grow. He understood that assets need care and protection, so he built a safe home for his investment to ensure it thrived. The very next morning, he found the first egg, a tangible return on investment that required no extra labor from him. He faced a temptation to eat the egg, but he remembered his goal and chose to delay gratification for future growth. Instead of consuming his profit, he sold the egg and reinvested the money to buy better feed for his valuable asset. With better care, the chicken became healthier and produced eggs more frequently, demonstrating the power of reinvesting in your own assets. He disciplined himself to save the profit strictly for expansion until he had enough capital to purchase a second hen. Now he had two assets working for him. The production doubled, perfectly demonstrating the initial stages of the compound interest effect. As his income stream grew, he could finally afford to fix his leaking roof without touching the principal capital he invested. Eventually, the flock grew to 10 birds, and he no longer needed to break his back in the fields for survival. He transitioned from a laborer to a manager, hiring help to maintain the system while he focused on further expansion strategies. He saw clearly that while his own energy was limited, the capacity of his assets to produce wealth was potentially limitless. He diversified his income by selling both eggs and chicks, creating multiple streams of cash flow from his original investment. He returned to the old tree, not to sleep, but to teach others that dreams without action are merely illusions of the mind. Financial freedom gave him peace of mind, proving that true wealth comes from making money work for you, not against you. From a single hen purchased with his last savings, he had built an empire that provided for his family and community. The golden egg was not magic. It was the result of patience, discipline, and the wisdom to shift from hoarding to investing. His journey teaches us that we must move from passive dreaming to active labor, and finally, to intelligent asset accumulation. Remember that money is like a seed. If you leave it in a jar, it rots, but if planted, it grows. Never forget that inflation is a silent thief, stealing the value of your hard-earned money while you sleep at night. True wealth is defined by how many assets you own that put money in your pocket without your constant physical presence. Today, he enjoys the fruits of his labor, not because he worked harder than everyone else, but because he thought smarter. He created a system that benefits everyone, proving that ethical wealth building creates opportunities for others while securing your own future. He sits under the same tree where he once wasted time, now passing on this golden wisdom to the next generation. Ask yourself today, are you hoarding dead money in a jar, or are you buying chickens that will lay golden eggs? Stop focusing only on saving what you earn, and start focusing on how to multiply what you have through smart investments. Time is your greatest asset if you invest, but your worst enemy if you wait, so start your journey immediately. You have the power to change your story just like the young man did by shifting your mindset starting right now. First, wake up from the trap of laziness and realize that the world owes you nothing until you provide value. Second, embrace hard work not as the final destination, but as the necessary means to gather your initial investment capital. Third, do not let your fear of loss drive you to hoard money where it will slowly die from inflation. Fourth, be brave enough to convert your savings into productive assets that work for you 24 hours a day. Finally, practice the discipline of reinvestment, allowing the magic of compound interest to build wealth beyond your wildest dreams. The path to financial freedom is open to anyone willing to learn these rules and apply them with consistency and patience. Your life is a movie and you are the director. Do not let your script end in poverty and regret. Plant your seeds today, nurture them with discipline, and watch as your own field of abundance grows before your eyes. True wealth is not just about having money, it is about having the freedom to live life on your own terms. When your assets pay for your lifestyle, you win back your time, which is the most precious resource of all. It does not matter how small you start. What matters is that you start now and keep your vision big. Share this wisdom with those you care about, because when we all grow together, the world becomes a better place. This story is a simple parable, but it contains the profound economic truths that govern the wealth of nations. So I leave you with one final question to ponder. What is your chicken, and are you ready to buy it? Don't just watch this video and go back to sleep. Take one concrete step today towards building your own asset column. If you found value in this story, please honor us by applying these rules to your own life starting immediately. Subscribe to our channel for more timeless lessons on wealth, mindset, and the art of living a successful life. Thank you for investing your most valuable asset, your time, with us today. We truly appreciate your attention and support. Remember, passive saving is a trap, but active investing is the key that unlocks the door to your financial freedom. May your chickens be many, may your eggs be golden, and may your journey be filled with prosperity and wisdom. Stay disciplined, stay hungry for success, and never forget the golden rules that we have shared with you